Are you interested in running a poultry farm and you don't have the time to be present on the farm? Then this video is exactly for you, what you have been looking for. I have run a poultry farm for 5 months now, and I've not been on that farm for 5 months, and I have made great success in that farm. Right now I have sold 2 batches of broiler beds, and I believe with my secrets and tips that I'm going to share with you on this video, you are going to have same success. So all you have to do is just stick around and make sure you watch this video till the end. Yes, I repeat, watch this video till the end, because I'm going to be sharing with you some documents that I use, the processes that I put in place, and the training that I have given to my workers on the farm to make me achieve this success. So I want you to watch this video till the end. I'm going to leave a link to all those documents in the description below, but you need to watch to the end to understand the documents. Okay. Hi guys, this is Broiler Farms. Okay, in today's video we are going to discuss how to manage your farm when you are not in that location, when you are not close to your farm. Maybe you outside the state, you're outside the country, and you're not close to your farm, and how to manage it when you are not there, right? Okay, I know most people would love to farm, but they don't know how to manage their farm because they don't have that time to be on their farms. So they will want to see how they can run the farm while they are not on the farm. Okay, so today's video I'm going to be showing you steps to take to be able to run your farm when you are not there. I've tried it, it has worked for me. I started it May. Yes, I started my farm May this year, and I've not been in that location, and the farm has been running smoothly. Right now they are currently selling the second batch of my broilers, right? So it's an experiment that I tried and it has worked for me. So I want to share with you what I did that made it work for me. Okay, so before we go into the steps I took, I would like you to subscribe to this channel, hit that notification icon so that whenever I share a video like this you'll be the first to know. Okay, and also try to give me a like, try to comment on the comment section, try to make it interactive as much as possible. And just like the previous video and most other video that I do, I'm going to be sharing a slide with you here, and I know that slide is going to be helpful to you, so I'm going to leave a link in the description below this video so you can get that slide. Okay, actually the slide is going to be some of the procedures and working instructions that I have put in place there, and it has worked for me. So what is farming if we cannot help each other, right? I know a lot of people want to farm and they don't know how to do it, so this video is going to help you. I want to help you out there that wants to manage your farm without your presence, right? So if you want to manage your farm and you don't have that time to be there, this video is for you. Okay, so I don't want the video to be boring. I'm going to be showing the videos of my farm in the background while I'm talking, because if I just put the camera on my face like this and keep talking to you, you find it boring. So I'll be playing the videos of my farm on the background while I discuss the points with you. Okay, so let's do that now. Okay guys, the first step you want to take is to study about the poultry business you want to run, right? Do you want to run chicken? If you want to run chicken, then you need to study about the different types of chicken business. Do you want to run broiler business? Okay, for broiler business, broilers are raised for meat alone. Then is it layers that you want to run? Layers are for laying of eggs. They lay eggs. Okay, then is it noiler? Noiler is just in between broilers and layers, because noilers are kept for meat, but most times they are kept for a longer period because of their higher resistance to diseases, and they take longer time to grow, right? But they are economical to manage because you don't need to spend much on feed the way you spend on broilers. Okay, or do you want to go into just cockerels, or do you want to go into local chickens? So those are basically the type of chickens that are being reared. Okay, so if you also want to go into turkey, you need to study about turkey. And if it's guinea fowl, you need to study about guinea fowl too. Okay, so whichever poultry business you want to run, you need to study that business. And it's a sad truth that I need to tell you, because a lot of you think you can do it without putting any effort. At least that effort of studying the business, you need to do it. Okay, all right. Also, while studying about the type of business, studying about the type of beds you want to actually do, you also need to study about the marketing. Yes, know your market. Where do you want to sell them? What are your target customers, right? So in the vicinity where you are putting the farm, do you have the market in that area? So you need to study the market. Okay, so those are the things you need to study when it comes to the first step. You study the type of poultry you want to do, and you study the market for that type of poultry. Then the second step is you must have run the farm yourself before. This is a very sad truth, but it is true. Before you set it on autopilot for it to be running on its own, you are supposed to have run the farm itself before. You need to know the business, how it is, right? You need to, even if it's a smaller scale, a smaller quantity of birds, you need to rear them to know how they behave. You understand, to know the diseases, how to feed them, and you need to know how they interact with the environment which you want to start the business. Okay, so those are things you need to know. You must have run the business for some time. Maybe just as if it's broiler, maybe you must have run broiler for just a set, maybe just 2 months, right? So that you get to know almost everything about it, right? You get to know almost everything about it, because you are like the overseer of the business. Even if you are not there, when they have problem, they'll call you and you need to provide solutions, right? So you need to know how to take care of those birds firsthand. That is, you need to rear them yourself to know how they are being raised. Okay, then the third step is you need to employ the right staff. You need to employ the right staff, right? Like in my farm, I have a keeper, a poultry keeper, and a manager. Okay, I can as well settle with the poultry keeper alone instead of employing a manager. But I like some of the stress to be taken off my neck, because the manager is educated. He can take actions on his own, and he can also research some things on the net and understand, right? But the poultry keeper is just to do the work he's commanded to do. He doesn't really know much about it. Even if you tell him things to do, he doesn't even know the reason why he's doing it. So if you leave it to him alone, he may not even do it, right? If you tell him to disinfect his boot before entering inside the poultry cage, he will not understand why he needs to disinfect his boots before he needs to enter the poultry cage. So it's the manager that is going to put him through, right? Okay, but if you know you cannot pay 2 workers, you can as well go for only a poultry keeper, right? But you need to always constantly ask him to follow all those procedures strictly. Call him most of the time so that you can make sure that he's following those procedures strictly. Okay, also in the employment aspect, your staff, make sure you employ a novice, right? It's easier to train a novice, easier to control a novice than to get someone that is already experienced in the business from another farm. What the problem is, when he comes to your farm, he will want to tell you that he knows better than you. Even when you're giving him instruction, he will not want to follow your instructions. He will tell you that's not how they do it where he was working before. Meanwhile, the system in that place is different from your own system that you are putting in place. So it's going to be a problem. So it's better for you to employ a novice and train the novice. If you train a novice and you are instructing the novice, he will want to listen, because he knows that before he came to your farm, he knows nothing about the business. You are the one training him, so he will have more respect for you, and whenever he faces any challenge, he will want to hear from you before carrying out actions that before carrying out actions that could hurt the birds. Okay, so that's why you need to get a novice. Don't go and get an experienced farm worker. That is for my own experience. It's a disclaimer I'm giving here. It's from my own experience. I'm not saying it's foolproof, but from my own experience and from my studies, I think that is best for startup business. Now guys, the fourth point here is the most important point. This fourth point is the most important point, is the most important step. Okay, so before I tell you this point, I want you to subscribe to this channel so that you will not miss videos like this coming from my channel. Okay, subscribe, hit the notification icon, okay, and also comment in the comment section if you're finding a value in this video already. All right, so let's go to the fourth point now. Like I told you, is the most important point, and the fourth point is put a system in place. I'm going to be elaborating on this a little bit. Put a system in place. This is very important. It's the central nervous system of your business. If you are not going to be on site, this is the central nervous system. Okay, so now the system, when I mean put a system in place, is put a functional instructions on ground that will be going on even while you are not there. What the workers should be doing while you are not there. You understand? And why you set a working instruction and procedures in place, you should also provide a way of controlling such procedures. How are they controlled? The work instruction you give your workers, the system you put in place, are they following it? There should be a means of reporting the procedures and the work instructions. That is where the control comes in. There should be a way of control, and this has to do with documentation, right? So I'm going to share with you now some documents that I use on my site. Okay, so guys, please subscribe to this channel, because I am giving you this document free of charge. It took me nights to prepare this document, and I'm giving you free of charge. I'm going to show you in the video, and I'm going to leave a link in the description for you to download them. In case you find them helpful and you want to use them on your farm, you can just download them and use them. I'm giving them to you free of charge. Even though I prepared them with a lot of effort, I'll give them to you free of charge. Okay, this is my screen now. You can see Global Farms poultry procedure and instructions. Okay, so you can see this is for the brooding. I started with the brooding, right? These are the things that they're supposed to do during the brooding stages, right? I give them all these instructions. You can go through them. I'll leave a link to this document in the description. So you set a procedure, something like this, to guide them through their daily activities. They are going to follow this procedure for their daily activities. Is a working instruction. Okay, and you can see the procedure for entering into any of the poultry houses. You can see that here too, right? Okay, let me scroll up. So this is basically all the instructions they need, right, to work on the farm. You can see it has a document number and a revision number. So I'll be revising this every time I find a new maybe a new activity that I feel it's better than the previous activity that is on the procedure. I can edit the procedure and give it another revision number, right? So all these things are in place. You can see the watering, the vaccination, the litter, the biosecurity, right? So these are instructions that are in place, and I make sure that they follow them every day. They follow them strictly, right? Okay, the first document I'm going to show you that is used to monitor the birds is the body weight and feed consumption log. This monitoring is done daily and it is being recorded. Okay, so you can see the first section. This section here, section A, is talking about the weight of the birds in days. Okay, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4 of the birds, like that. Okay, then the second section is the date. The third section is the body weight, right? What is the body weight of the birds? Okay, the weights you can see on display here are the weights that are those are the supposed weight of the bird, right? Then you can see section D is where we record the actual weight that is gotten. So section C is the supposed weight, then section D is what we actually have on ground. Okay, you can see on day 7, which is the first week, you can see I made that place a ticker box, right? That is, we do our recording every 7 days, that is every week. So this is for week 1, this is for week 2, and it continues like that even on another page. Okay, so the weight at 7 weeks, the approximate and the supposed weight of the bird is supposed to be 189 grams. So whatever we record actually, we'll put it here, right? Then the daily feed intake, okay, section F is what the birds are supposed to eat every day. Okay, that is the quantity of feed per bird. Okay, so this is the actual quantity of feed that the birds are supposed to eat in a day. Okay, then section F is talking about the total number of birds that we have left. Okay, so if we started from 500 birds, for example, as the day proceeds, if the birds are dying, you'll be recording the death rate. You'll be subtracting the dead birds from the total number. So if day 1 is 500 and on the second day we lose 2, then we are going to put 498 on the second day, right? Then here is the actual feed that we gave them, right? And how do we know the actual feed we gave them? This is supposed to be the feed that they eat in a day, right? And this is the quantity of birds that we have, right? So what we'll do is to multiply the actual feed that they are supposed to eat in a day by the quantity of birds that we have. Then with that we can know the quantity of feed that will be giving them every day. Okay, yeah. So I will show you a record of I'll show you a document that has been filled. Let me show you a document that has been filled by the worker on the farm. Okay, this is a document that has been filled by a worker on the farm. Okay, you can see the age of the bird, days. You can see section B, which is the date. You can see on 28/5/24. Okay, that was when I started the first batch. Okay, then this is the actual weight. Okay, you can see on the actual weight we got on the site on day 7 is 184, as against the theoretical weight, which is the supposed weight of the bird, is 189. So I don't think we did bad there. We did very well, only the difference of 5 grams, which is good. Then you can see the number of birds that we have. Okay, we started with 502 birds, and on that day we fed them 5,500 grams. Okay, on the second day we fed them 4,000 grams. We decided to reduce it because I could not finish it on that day, and you know, in a poultry farm you're trying to avoid wastage of food. Okay, then it continues like that. Okay, and then you can see week 2, the actual weight, the supposed weight was supposed to be 488 and we got 449. Yeah, and this is the quantity of feed that was given to them, and this is the birds that were left. Okay, okay, the next document is the watering log. Okay, this watering log is used to monitor the water we give to the birds and the constituent of the water. When I mean the constituent of the water, I mean if there are antibiotics inside, if there are multivitamin inside, the day we vaccinated them, it's also recorded here so that we know. Okay, so you can see the age of the birds, the date, the quantity of water, the quantity of drinkers that are filled, the drinkers, were they washed and disinfected, multivitamin added, antibiotics added, any other drugs added, right? Then the brand name and the dosage, right? How many grams did you put in the water, right? So if you have 20 liters of water, how many grams of the medicine did you put in 20 liters of the water? So in this way we're also going to check if the dosage are rightly being administered to the birds. okay, because some farmers, they just give them drugs like that without monitoring the dosage. The dosage is also very important, okay. So try to monitor the dosage as much as possible, and that's why we put this record in place, okay. I'm going to show you another document that that has been filled, okay. Okay, you can see that this one has been filled, okay. This is filled, so this is the daily record that the the farm keeper has kept, okay. Okay, the next document is the litter steering and examination log. You can see I told you I have 3 cages, right? So this is for cage 1, cage 2, cage 3. You can see the steering and examination date. It is not just steering alone. As you go in to steer it, you examine it. Is it damp? Is it wet? Is it still conducive for the birds? Those are things you watch out for as you go into now rake the litter and to steer it up, okay. So this is done, okay. So the date in my procedure, it is done twice a week if you go through the procedure. So these are where you make sure that you monitor the activities to make sure that it's being done in those days, okay. And the next one is our vaccination schedule, okay. Vaccination and medication program for broilers, okay. So this is our vaccination schedule. Day 1, what you look at our day 1, you can see tonic, multivitamin and glucose. Day 2 to 6, antibiotics, right? Day 7, the first gumboro shot, the first gumboro in the water, okay. So it is being administered to them. So this vaccination is being recorded in our watering log because it's being administered in the water. So the day you put any vaccination or any medicine in their water, it is recorded in their watering log. All right. Then the next point is training. You need to provide training for your staff, your poultry keeper, and your manager. You need to train them on what to do, how to do it, right? You need to show them all those things. You can train them virtually through video call, because that's what I actually did. Even when I employed these guys, I was not there, okay. I just told my wife to look for somebody to work on my farm for me, and when I got them, I interviewed them through phone call. And also the training, they don't know anything about raising poultry, about raising birds in the poultry. I was the one that trained them, okay. So you can do the training either through video call, or if you don't even have the time to even do that, at least you can send them to somewhere where they can go and learn it, okay. You can train them externally or internally, but make sure you train your workers. And the training is not just done once and for all. You train and you retrain. Keep attendance, keep record of training, okay, for reference sake, because you are running a standard company. Those records are going to help you because you are not on the farm, okay. So it's a system you are putting in place, so make sure you have records for anything you are doing on the farm, okay. So you train and you retrain. It is very important in farming too. The next point and or the step is providing necessary equipment and a conducive environment, right? Building the cages, getting the chicks, getting the drinkers, and the feeders are not the only thing that you need to provide on your farm. There are things like detergent that need to be replaced whenever they are finished, fuel for the generator, if you have tap water in your area, fine, but in my site I pump water from a borehole, okay. So occasionally I provide fuel for them where they pump, so that they can pump the water with it, okay. Then the disinfectant for the water dip, and also for washing the feeders and the drinkers, okay. So those things need to be provided. And also the environment where your worker is staying, is it conducive? Make sure they have a conducive environment. Like at night, there is no electricity on my farm, but at night the place is very bright because I installed solar lights for the person working there, and he has this small solar charging device that he can use to charge his equipment, his phone, his torchlight. So I provide all those things for the workers and the manager, so that the place will be conducive for them. So these are things you need to also make sure it's available for the worker and the manager. Okay guys, okay, remaining one more point to go in this video. Okay, if you've not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you get informed whenever I upload an educative video like this. Okay, right, the last point is means of communication. You need to have a very good means of communication. What I do is I bought an Android phone for the farm. Okay, the poultry keeper and the manager with it, depending on who I want to communicate with at any particular time. Okay, so most of my communications are on video calls. Sometimes if they have a problem on the farm, if they have a sick bird and they want me to see how the birds are behaving, and maybe some of the droppings are not good and they want me to see how the droppings are, so I can recommend a medication. They will show me, will make a video call, right? So I got an Android phone for them. So means of communication is very important, and especially using videos. Okay, so try as much as possible to get a good Android phone for them, because even the video you are seeing right now on the screen, it was recorded and sent to me. Without the Android phone on the farm, I will not be able to get videos like this to upload on my YouTube channel. Okay, so that's why it's important to have the Android phone. You communicate with them through that. Okay, so you are to provide data for them always. All right. Okay guys, so that is that for the steps on managing your farm if you don't have time to be on the farm. Okay, so these are the steps I have used. Okay, in subsequent videos, if I have more ideas and I have implemented and it's working for me, I'm also going to share it in another video with you. Okay, so this is Broiler Farms. I am Oche Inaligu Leonard, and peace. I am out.